Hi, Mike with you. We went to see Indiana Jones, The Temple of Doom. No, not The Temple of Doom. Hi, Mike Kennedy. We went to see, my wife and I, uh, Indiana Jones, The Dial of Destiny. Uh, Very action-packed film. Chase scenes, other things, kind of what some of the other films had, although there's more of it in this film. So, but they still have enough of a plot line to make it enjoyable. So the general theme is, and they flash back and forth between the movie. I believe is happening. Oh, what year? Apollo 9/11 time, yeah, and they're flashing back to World War II and the Nazis. Well, one of the things that the Nazis did was steal any valuable art. If they take over a town or whatever, they just looted the museums of things that were really good that they wanted, and they took them. A lot of that's been given back, mostly belonging to Jews, and evidently some of it's still hanging up in museums that and they won't give it back. That's pretty slimy. Should go to the descendants of those families. But so anyway, the idea is this is, and I've read this before. This idea of that Hitler was into the occult, or magical items, right? So one of the things supposedly he's gotten is the spear of Longitus. If you're not familiar with that, supposedly the spear that Longitus was a Roman centurion, and that he poked Christ's side with it to see whether he's dead or not. And so that spear, that thing, was one of the things he stole, and supposedly it's an actual real item, and you can read about it. And people got it because that they believed it made them invincible. But everyone who had it lost it in battle. Hitler lost it, Charlemagne lost it, all these people had it, and they lost it. So it didn't have much protection if it, they kept getting it taken away from them. But, so they're looking for this dial of density, dial of destiny. And so basically it's this kind of contraption that Archimedes made, and it predicts when there's going to be rifts in time. So this thing is going to allow you to go to different time periods. And kind of interesting. And, the plot, it's nice to go to movies where, people are all in their traditional role. Men are men and women are women. And the good guy wins. So I liked it a lot. Now, some people, I guess, pointed out and dumped on it because there were errors in the time travel part of it. And it's like, well, I'm sorry, but every show that's ever been done about time travel has errors in it, because you can't really do it. So personally, I believe in, and there are physicists who believe in it, I'll put the link below, to a timeless universe. That means there's no past you can travel to, and there's no future you can go to. It's just the present moment. Now, people could perceive that they're traveling forward in time, but they're not. They still continue to exist in all those times. We think of The Flight of the Navigator, famous movie, where this kid travels all the way to some planet and all the way down, and so it's a very short trip, and he comes back, and it's like a decade later or something. I forget exactly the right time, but see, he still existed in that time period. It's just his perception of time slowed. I mean, it would be the same as like someone going into a coma. They wake up, they went to it in the coma in the year 2000, and they wake up in the year 2023. Wouldn't that be scary? And see what's happened. But that person could perceive that as you know, if we didn't know all the medical things we know, the personal experience would be that they traveled forward in time 23 years. So anyway, I think that's interesting. But I thought the movie was good. One thing I thought was really good too, when they flash back to Nazi Germany, Harrison Ford, who plays Indiana Jones, of course, is young. And then when they do other scenes, he's as old as he is. So the makeup jobs on these are kind of amazing. So that's good. And we just really enjoyed it. It's a rather long movie, like 2.5 hours, I think, but it goes by quickly. So, I mean, I would give it thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up. And like I say, if you're into, you know, thinking about and correcting movies about time travel, check out those links and see if these physicists can convince you that time doesn't exist. It's just an artifact of the memory. Because I've stored the present time in my mind, I perceive that there was a yesterday. I can remember it. Why couldn't it? Well, it was present moments all stacked together. If I didn't have a memory, I wouldn't perceive time at all. So, very enjoyable movie. Check it out. Bye. Oh, and we watched it in a theater. A movie like that, it is really made to be seen in a theater because it gives you, especially during the scenes with the chase scenes and everything, your emotional experience is much different in a movie theater than it is in your home. Even we have a fairly big TV, someone gave to us, but you don't get that same. I don't say shock value, but emotional things that go on during a chase scene if it isn't really large. Because in a large theater, we're sitting fairly close to the front because my wife has a wheelchair, so we can't go up on the stairs. But the experience of the movie that way is much greater because something can be coming at you and you almost feel like it's going to hit you. This isn't 3D or anything, but it's just one of those movies that's better in the theater.